Tonight, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
A full house expected here tonight, over 70,000, and the fans still filing into Mercedes-Benz Stadium just west of downtown Atlanta. Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they interplay. They come in off another victory a weekend ago. That ran their win streak up to 7 now.
And I think that win last week established them as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with confidence and swagger, and you need that to go a long way.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a first-round pick back in April's draft.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
Carry for Rashad White. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. The numbers for White a week ago. 14 carries, 59 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Here's 2nd and 8. Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Arnold Ebiketie able to record his 5th sack of the season. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw here. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll make sure he's touched down. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3 and out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, what was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that fast.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here at the southpaw, who will be calling the plays under center.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
last week's game.
It was good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. So that'll bring up 2nd down. The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson. 13 carries, 117 yards.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. First down, here's White. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll look to throw here on first down. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up second down. They'll set up a throw. Otten brings it in over the middle. And they move this all the way down to the 9. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. They'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Arnold Ebiketie able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds Otten over the middle. So the completion good for 7 there. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. At least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. This just 32 yards officially from the right. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up alive, taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. One play, 75 yards. And the Falcons take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Well, we did, in fact, get our first points of the game on the field goal attempt. Just, maybe not the way that we expected with a return the other direction.
And right now, you know what's popping into my brain? That adage every coach says to us, if you block a kick and score off of it, 95% of the time, your team wins the game. I can't quantify the numbers, but it certainly seems to work out that way.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a fourth down coming up. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be Falcon football. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, Penix. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against it.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Now Penix. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Third and 2. Here's Penix. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. And this is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Bucs ready to take over once again. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes the sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. They're going to look to throw. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The Bucs on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be third and forever. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And it's fielded at the 34. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Atlanta now coming out on the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate?
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Back to Robinson now on first down. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the Falcons getting the road victory in that one, so they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Atlanta. And looking to throw, Penix. And this one is incomplete.
With how the coverage was positioned, up was about the only spot the quarterback had to try and deliver that pass. Just put a little too much height on it. Incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll throw with Penix. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
True knocks this one through the post. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Gets this complete to Shaheed.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
They'll find Shaheed out to the right.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. 55 yards.
And the Bucs are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. On 1st and 10, it's Penix.
Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. He's got it in, complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Here's Penix.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Second down and 6 now. To the air, Penix. This ball taken in here by Brooks.
Touchdown, Falcons! A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Falcons would extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Coup now for the point after.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the Falcons score to cap it off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
One more drive here for the Buccaneer offense in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
Troy Anderson, the man on the tackle.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up this weekend in the NFL. Some very intriguing games in that early window, highlighted by the one going on at the Superdome. A big test for the...
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll drop to throw.
That's pulled in by Brooks.
And out across midfield down to the 45. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll set up to throw. That's complete. It's Collins. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Brooks. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Tyler Algier, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
And it was Tyler Algier capping things off with a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC.
Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
There's a short one taken in by Otten.
So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5.
Opting to run again here with White. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? They'll look to throw here.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
So a potential big play by this defense wiped out by the face mask.
And disappointing because it was so unnecessary. They had the sack. But the officials are definitely keeping a close eye on the quarterback, especially the referee. They were able to spot that one immediately.
Back now in Atlanta. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Falcons are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Here's Penix on 1st and 10. Dumps this one off to Algier.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 15
15 yards, first down Atlanta.
Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Penix going to look to throw on first down.
Flushed out right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
A play fake. Now Penix.
Dancing to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Looking to throw. Hit as he throws, and the ball is out. It's a live football.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
They are going for it. Penix.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Darian Kendrick. And the Bucs are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
And still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
From the 43, here's second down and 1.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He completes it right side to White. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Now back to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Evans. Touchdown! Mike Evans. That's career touchdown number 131, and it ties him with Chris Carter for number 8 on the all-time list.
And the Bucs get a bit closer.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. A time to get another look at this Buccaneer offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini-losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side complete. That's Evans. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Weaver. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline is still scratching his head. Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Now it's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Brooks. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Dragon 60.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And now off to the races, down the right right side. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Throwing on 1st down is Penix. Forced out to his left. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the 1st down.
Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Coup for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Falcons come up with a late turnover. But it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Falcons, they continue to show they're playoff ready as they move to 13-3 with one game remaining.
And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week.
Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they lose a potentially season-crushing ball game as they fall to 8-8 with one game still to come.
And they will look to turn it around next time out. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.